Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a little under 2 months away, and this has been one of the most annoying pre-launch cycles of a game I have ever experienced. Not because of the game or the trailers themselves. No, I think the game is fun from what I've played, from the closed beta, and from the footage that I've seen. This time around, what makes this pre-launch so bad is the discourse around the game. I have never seen a Sonic game get this much, unnecessary vitriolic hatred. And well, yeah, the past few Sonic games we have been met with criticism and speculation before launch, and usually as we go on, we see more of the game, the tides do start to shift more positively, especially with Shadow Gens. But here it seems like the opposite is happening, and while there are some genuine criticisms of the game, a lot of it really just seems out of spite. So in today's video, I want to take a look at the reception of Sonic Racing Crossworlds and discuss the discourse surrounding it and why it seems so negative despite the game seeming so great. Now, the first thing I want to get out of the way are the actual genuine criticisms, because I don't want to sound like I'm just brand defending, because I know people like to jump to that conclusion, or that I'm just being like, I'm trying to shut down any type of criticism for the game at all, because no, I mean, the whole point of the beta was to criticize the game so it can improve. I believe in criticism wholeheartedly, and I think one of those criticisms, and the one that I think makes everything else look bad, is the price. $70 for base and $90 for deluxe is wild, especially for a kart racer. Personally, I think 50 and even 60 would be much better. Sonic has always been the kind of cheaper option, so I guess everyone was expecting 50 to 60. Hell, some were expecting 40, which is kind of low for me, but while 70 base and 90 deluxe is a lot, sadly, it is the industry standard, and a lot of people outside of the Sonic community kind of see this and just say, oh, that's just normal. I don't think Sonic fans are used to Sonic being treated like a AAA franchise, and I think a lot of them still think that this franchise is like a little... Fuck, did y'all hear that shit? They still think that this franchise is a little baby franchise, that, oh, they just charge $30 or $40 for a game, even though they haven't been doing that since Frontiers. Would I like this game to be $60 or $50? Yes, of course I would. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people just don't care. But I will say the price of this will make a lot of the things we're about to see look a little worse. Which, one of those things is the voices of the characters, specifically the crossover characters. Because it looks like not only will these crossover characters not have rival dialogue, but it looks like they won't have any dialogue, period. It kind of started off with, us thinking we might get some grunts or something, but then we saw characters like SpongeBob or the Werehog not talk or even grunt. Now, it's one thing if they couldn't get the non-Sega characters to talk. I think that is a situation where maybe they couldn't do it, or the rights holders didn't want them to talk in that game. Fine. I started to get a little less lenient when Sega characters can't talk, and now I'm completely done when you can't get other Sonic characters to talk. At that point, it's not a rights issue, they just don't want to pay for other voice actors. Now, I am still holding on hope, because we were right about the music cope, because we were right, that was just a beta OST, so hopefully Sega hears us and they do get other voice actors. Right now, I'm holding on to the cope that Miku is voiced in the trailer, so I have the smallest thread to hold on to. And finally, a little smaller one, but something that makes a big difference is the trick animation. Specifically, the trick animations for cars, they just look really stiff. There's no easing when the animation ends, it just abruptly stops instead of slowly coming to a stop. They seriously need to fix this. I don't imagine it could be that hard, and it would just make the game's presentation a whole lot better. Those are my biggest complaints about the game. And while there are smaller ones, like the game's balance and actual gameplay stuff, we did have the beta, and I hope they did take our feedback, so I want to wait to the full game to see if they properly did criticize that stuff and fixed it up. But for now, it's time to say my piece. And again, I have to emphasize this. I am not going after people who have genuine criticism about the game. That is normal. I am specifically talking about the subsection of people who do post and have it out for the game. Because God forbid you try defending a game, apparently you're shutting down criticism and you're shaming people for wanting the game to be better, and you're being toxically positive when that's not true. And I think, to start off, what really gets me the most about this So we've played the game. Yes, unlike a majority of other games like Sonic Frontiers, Superstars, Shadow Gens, unless you were invited to something like the Summer Games Fest or were at a special event where they had the game, no one was able to play the game. But this time, Sega and Sonic Team actually gave us the chance to try the game in a similar vein to like a COD beta. The majority consensus was that people were having a great time with the game, from what I could see at least, besides SF, who's like crazy and actually hates Sonic.
Bro, what the fuck?
And I know a lot of people, sure didn't like it, but the majority seemed like they really, really had fun with the game. It was fun, addictive, and the gadgets, bro. The gadgets. I still want to make a whole video on the gadgets alone, because y'all underestimate how big of a game changer these could be. Especially since we're getting like 70 at launch. But I think the biggest catalyst for a lot of the negativity has to come from Mario Kart World. I don't think I can make a video without talking about it. So here's like a small timeline. We first saw Sonic Racing Crossworlds at the Game Awards. Then they showed off that 30-second clip of Mario Kart during the Switch reveal. And already then we had people saying, oh, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is washed, whatever. But that was like the first time we barely got to see any footage. It was like obviously jokes. And then we got to see Sonic Racing Crossworlds at the State of Play in February. And we got to see a lot of gameplay, and we got to play the game with the beta. And surprise, surprise, the game was actually really fun and not washed. But then they showed off Mario Kart at the Switch 2 Direct, and just like that, all of a sudden, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is utter dog shit apparently, like we didn't just play it a few months ago. And it's not because of the game itself, but it's because Sonic was releasing next to Mario. And God forbid you even think about defending the game, or even worse, you're excited for both because then you're hit with a 2 cakes meme, called an idiot for being more excited for a Sonic game, or hell, being equally as excited because you're stupid if you're actually excited for a Sonic game. Mario's gonna dog walk it. Or both. They usually go hand in hand. There were people straight up just saying, oh, cancel the game, blah, 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 blah. And again, while some of them were jokes, some of them was like, are you joking, or do you actually think this? Do you actually like think the game will be bad because it's releasing next to Mario, or like are we trolling here? And in the middle of all of that, there was this Twitter post from just a random account, not a Sonic account, not a Mario account. All they did was compare footage from the first level of Sonic Racing Crossworlds to the first level of Mario Kart World. Not saying one is better than the other, just showing the two. And shockingly, a lot of people were saying that Sonic Racing Crossworlds looked more interesting. And what's crazy is that it wasn't even Sonic fans saying this, just the average people. And if you look at the comments, it looked like more Sonic fans were looking like saying the game was bad. And it got to a point where Mario fans were shooting for Sonic Crossworlds, telling Sonic fans to have some goddamn confidence in their own game. And I think that is the main crux of why there's so many people like this. There are some Sonic fans who are so insecure or so against Sonic being successful that if they see people genuinely say that they preferred this version for a Sonic game like genre, like a Mario Kart racer, platformer, fucking puzzle game, or they think that Sonic is actually, having good quality games, they fucking break down because they don't want to admit to themselves that the series is in a really great spot, and they still want to believe that we're in the days of 2017, right after Forces, where we cannot have a single ounce of trust in Sonic Team and can't give them credit for literally anything, when in reality, it's them stuck in the past. You look outside of Sonic Twitter, and people who actually have played the game are giving raving reviews to it. It won the best of at Summer Games Fest, and multiple games journalists outlets are saying that it's a worthy competitor to Mario Kart World. But nope, if the game is not a perfect 10 out of 10, then it can't even possibly wish to be a worthy competitor. Also, look at this screenshot from this article again. This is not me trying to deflect criticism, because again, that is important, but for God's sake, man, there is a difference between criticism and just straight up vitriolic hate, man. A lot of the things I'm seeing aren't even like criticism. You try to defend the game, you're a bootlegger. You think the game looks more fun than Mario Kart World, you're delusional. The game actually looks fun? Nope, it's Sonic Team. It's gonna beat shit. Like, I get there was a time when Sonic was, in the gutter, but for God's sake, man, y'all gotta realize when we have a good thing and just enjoy it. I'm not saying ignore issues, I'm just saying when you're constantly looking for perfection, every time you're always going to be disappointed, and that goes for anything in life. And before I get that article in my face again, for all you Dragon Ball fans, let's just read this article real quick. Sonic is a game that was originally developed to compete with Mario, and it still hasn't achieved that goal. Our goal is to, I have to put the highlighter on this, catch up and surpass Mario because we respect Mario. See how he didn't say our next game will be better than every Mario game ever made, frame 1? And now we are here, 2 months away from release, and it feels like motherfuckers still don't want to give this game a shot, man. I mean, the whole reason for me even making this video is because I saw someone on Twitter give their opinion on Sonic Racing Crossworlds saying, like, hey, even though it's the main feature, they like that there is an option to disable the crossworlds. Then they go on to say that Mario Kart doesn't let you disable intermissions even with the new update, where it's like the most half-assed monkey's paw fix ever. I digress though. And the comments were just people calling him insecure for comparing the games when weren't y'all doing that before? But oh, I guess nope. I guess it's okay if it's Sonic though. If you want to compare Sonic game to Mario to shit on Sonic, that's okay. But man, I'm still excited for the game. I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be probably my main kart racer for the year. For a while actually. As much as a great game Mario Kart World is, I do not agree with the things that they're doing with that game. Even though they did that half-assed monkey paws fix, it doesn't really fix the issue. It feels like they're like, people are complaining, fine, take this half-ass update we made in 2 seconds, shut up now. It doesn't really feel like they're taking a genuine effort to listen to the fans. I'm not gonna be playing that game online until they fix it. I've been playing Donkey Kong though, that's really fun. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm just being a bitch? Do you guys agree with me? I don't know. Because I've been wanting to make this video for months, but I just never found the words. But I think now we're at this point with the game. It's like it's kind of getting getting to me, but it's weighing in heavy on me, right? It wouldn't kill some of y'all to be a little positive. I'm not saying again, oh, stop criticizing the game. I'm not. I would never say that. Trust me, I've been critical of Sonic games in the past as well, when they deserve it. I just think that this is not criticism. This game is getting like vitriolic hate. It's not criticism. So I just wanted to talk about that, man. And that's really all today for today. Thank y'all for 13K. Y'all mean I mean, it's fucking amazing. I didn't even think we'd get to that fast. But that Sonic 2 beta video is coming. Also, I have my work out for me. I really want to finish that mod. I want to do the Sonic 2 beta video. So it's going to be, I think August is going to be a really great month for y'all. I think y'all going to be very excited. So this will be my last up. I mean, technically it's the 31st when I'm recording this. So this will be the first upload of August. So enjoy, guys. And I'll see y'all in the next one.